Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hope and I want to share with you some of the books that I have been reading for the month of July. Also, I needed to introduce myself. I realized that I didn't do that in my first video. My name is Hope. I'm from the South. I love to read. My primary genres that I really enjoy are fantasy, magic realism, science fiction, and I read a lot of Christian nonfiction, missionary biographies, Christian fiction I'm starting to dabble in a little bit. But this month I am working through books at different times of the day. I don't know if you guys do this too, but I have different books that I read at different times of the day. I'm a mom of 3. I have a very full life, a very blessed life. Reading has to adapt to my life. I don't adapt my life to reading. I usually read more devotional, Christian nonfiction books alongside my Bible reading in the morning. I have a book club that I am currently in right now, and we are reading this book. It is How Not to Save the World by Hosanna Wong. This is pretty much a memoir. That's kind of how it reads so far for me, about this author's experience in sharing the gospel and what that entails. It's pretty good. There's been some good reminders in there for me so far, but nothing that's been absolutely groundbreaking. I have not read enough of it to really have a very solid opinion about that. The next one I'm reading is the one that I bought last weekend when I went to Barnes & Noble with my husband, and this is not a book that I would pick up and read typically. This was a shock to me, honestly. And this is a blend of genres so far. I'm on the chapters are really short. So I think I'm on page 47 of this. And so far, it has surprised me because it is not obscene, which is something that I look for. There's no cursing, which is also something that I look for. And it's not graphic. I'm only, just about 50 pages in. But so far, this is captivating. The writing is good. And I'm interested to see what happens next. Then this is, and I forgot to say, this is one that I read in midday. And then this would be one that I would read in the morning. And then Holiness by J.C. Ryle is my next read. This is one that I read in the morning. I also am in another online book club with this book, and I was reading the abridged version of this book, but they decided to switch because it was so good. So that's one that I'm reading in the morning. The other two that I'm reading currently is an audiobook, and it's Paralandra by C.S. Lewis, and it is the second book in the Ransom trilogy. I have heard it said that it's not called the Space Trilogy, it's called the Ransom Trilogy. So I read Out of the Silent Planet last year and finished it in January. So technically, I really read it last year, but I counted it towards my TBR for this year because you got to get that extra book. Here's the thing about Out of the Silent Planet and the Ransom Trilogy. I will give a full review later. It is a lot to take in, and I felt a little bit overwhelmed by the first book, so I thought maybe if I listened to it, and it has been good. I have enjoyed listening to it. And the next book I'm reading on Kindle is The Queen by Andrew Morton. I love this book. I love The Queen. I love learning about the Queen. I love the Crown series. It's so on Netflix. And so I've really enjoyed that, learning even more details about her. I just really like her. So that's what I'm reading this month. Got my coffee here. I'm going to do a little bit of work in the car. I've got my baby with me in the back. We're just going to chill, read some more, work on my podcast. Yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I would love to know what you're reading. Or if you would like to introduce yourself, feel free to do that. I want to get to know you guys. I've been watching BookTube from afar for literally 12 years. Or maybe 11, 10-ish. But a long time. So I'm 26. I think it was 16 when I discovered BookTube. I have been captivated by it ever since and wanted to do it for that long. Excited to be a part of the community and get to know you guys. So let me know what you're reading. See you soon.